Maybe I think you're cute and funny. Maybe I wanna do what bunnies do with you, if you know what I mean.
So many flavors. I like this more than the regular pasta. Oh yeah, duh. Jump! Jump! Oh yeah! Look at him. He thinks he's like a spoiled prince, young prince.
I am going to sit here and do my makeup and just have like a little chat with y'all. And I'm hoping that I don't ramble too much because I feel like I have a tendency to do that. Long story short, I think I had already talked about this before and I'm pretty like transparent about it, but I struggle with depression and anxiety and like OCD and all of those fun things. And obviously life events and world events just exacerbate that. And all that to say, while I am immensely grateful for, you know, all the ways in which my life has changed, my life has also been a series of unfortunate events for the past 2 years at this point. And I am just getting very tired. I'm trying not to cry about it because it just takes more energy and I don't have much of that left. But yeah, I'm exhausted. I just feel like it's been a lot of really big life changes. I don't know why I'm crying about this. Like, I've talked about it before. Like, I go to a therapist. But it's just been a lot of really big life changes, one after another, in combination with, you know, a global fucking pandemic, and then all of these, like, you know, really horrifying, like, human rights issues, and then all of this, like, political chaos in our country, and then, you know, now a recession, and all of this really scary climate stuff. I have no doubts that I am not the only person that feels this way, but it just feels like my personal, like, hardships in combination with, like, what, like, we as, like the world are experiencing, like, it's just too much. And everybody likes to say that, like, I'm really resilient, like, I'm very relentless, and that's true. I am, and I've always been like that. That's how I was able to, you know, manage to get to the point that I am at now. But at a certain point, like, when someone continues to be, like, faced with, like, hardship after hardship and challenge after challenge, you want to give up. And that's sort of where I'm at right now. I feel like I have nothing left to give, and I'm just so tired of having to rise above challenges and, you know, be resilient. Like, I just don't want to anymore. It sounds, like, so sad, and I guess, like, victim-y, and I guess in a way it is, but I'm only human, and, like, I can only handle but so much. I feel like my threshold has been met. It has been exceeded. It was exceeded, like, a year ago. And I've just continued to persevere, and rise above things, and try to remain hopeful and proactive about, like, my own personal stuff, and then, like, about the things that are, like, going on in, like, our country and in the world as a whole. And it's just too much. And right now, the things that are really, like, weighing on me a lot are the fact that, like, I don't even know, like, 3 months ago, I left a job that I thought was going to be my dream job because it just ended up not being the place that I should be at, or really that anyone should be at. And I was forced to make a really hard decision, which was to walk away from that job and that security and that stability for the sake of, like, you know, being respected and not being taken advantage of and, you know, not being overworked. And I chose, like, my values and my morals and what I believed in over having an income and having stability. And even though it was the right decision in one sense, it was the wrong decision in the other sense that I am now, again, like, a very precarious financial situation. And I am immensely grateful that I was able to, like, pivot very quickly and use, like, social media as a means to, like, somewhat support myself over these past couple of months. But the reality is that there's a recession coming, or it is here, and it would be irresponsible of me to continue to rely on that when everything is very much up in the air. So I have made the decision to look back at corporate jobs and try to find a company that is somewhat in alignment with, you know, my values and my beliefs, and one that pays a decent wage, which is difficult because my trust in businesses was very much, like, obliterated with my last role, and I am already someone who holds companies, corporations, businesses to very high standards, and has a lot of expectations, just like I would expect them to have for me, but it's just made me very distrusting, as I should be. I don't think anyone should, like, blindly be, like, loyal to a company or anything like that, but I'm afraid to work for another business or corporation because I was burned so badly, and so I am looking for jobs, but I'm afraid to end up at another company where something to that same effect happens, and it's also it's just like I can't win for losing right now. Like, it's a really bad time to be doing what I really want to do, which is just be creative, not have to answer to anyone, just create content on social media and for the brands that I want to create content for. It's just not a good time to be doing that, and it probably won't be for a while. And it's also a really bad time to be looking for another career move and a new job. So I just am very much like, I feel very out of control because the only thing that I have control over in this situation is applying to jobs. And I think a lot of us are on the same page in that so many companies say that they're hiring, but that's, like, I just simply don't believe that because the way that people are not being hired. So that's just been a really difficult decision to make because I just don't think I fit in to that corporate America mold, and I am just afraid that I will end up, if I do find another company, I'll just end up in a similar position where, you know, they take advantage of their employees and they are dishonest and they have really corrupt values and morals. And it sucks because we live in a society where you need to have a job. And so it just fucking sucks. So those two relatively big things, I would venture to say, are really doing a number on me, because I was already struggling with my depression before this. I've been in a depressive state since June. And so I am just, like, I was already struggling and doing the best I could under those current circumstances. And now there's just more shit. Like, it's just always like I feel like I get established a little bit and I sort of get some sort of stability in my life and all of that, and then something else happens, which has been the theme for the past 2 years. And you know, like I said before, like I am just exhausted. Like I swear to God, any like life change or life challenge that could possibly happen has happened up to this point. And it just really freaking sucks because while all of these things continue to go on in my personal life and like all the things in like our country and in the world, life just keeps on going. Like the world keeps on spinning. And so I'm depressed and really anxious and like really at a loss. And then today is Ryan's birthday and I just like I feel like shit because I feel like shit. And then, you know, it's supposed to be a happy day and I don't want to take up space on his birthday, and I don't want to like bring the mood down because he deserves to have a good, like, joyful day. And it just makes me want to like shrivel up and die, if like that's the most eloquent way to put it. And it just sucks. Like it makes me really, I have not felt this feeling in a really long time, but it makes me really dislike myself. And that just sucks a lot. Being a human is so much fun. I don't know. I feel like I'm sharing a lot of information with you guys, and at any point, I hope you clicked out of this video if you were getting triggered, or if it was just too much for you. If it's too much for you now, please click out. Like, I do not want to put any more on your plate if you feel like your plate is already overspilling. I don't know, that's another thing, is that I have a tendency to not confide in really anyone about stuff like this. Like I try to make myself as small and as undisruptive as possible, because I know that other people have shit going on in their lives. And so it just like, I don't want to put more on other people's plates, and like, even if it's not something that you have to like deal with, like I just don't want to burden people with more stuff. Like my phone just overheated, so I'm going to take that as a sign to stop talking about this. Yeah, I don't really even know why I shared that. I feel like that was a lot of information. Yeah, I don't know. I need to finish getting ready for his birthday dinner and try to, I don't know, listen to some Taylor Swift music. Maybe not Taylor Swift, maybe something else that's not equally as depressing as the mood that I'm in. I don't know, I just need to flip the switch real quick, at least for the night.